Hey everybody, it's Romania Black, and we're on episode 4 of Attack on Titan Junior High. I'm really excited. The dodgeball episode was super cute. That was a really good callback, and so now we're sadly a third of the way through the series. I need to get started on that recap. I was like, I've taken I'll be honest, I have not started scripting the recap because I've taken the last couple weeks off. Like, my brain I'm still sorting through comments from episode 28. There's like 200 comments on there. It's the end of the semester, so of course, since I teach, it's nothing but grading and all that fun stuff. So I've been taking my time getting through the comments, and I have all my ideas lined out for the recap. I just haven't sat down and started writing it. And so now I'm like, oh god, I'm 4 episodes into Attack on Titan Junior High. There's only 12 episodes. I need to get on that. but I am excited about the recap. It's just been nice the last couple of weeks to take a breather and just decompress after the end of season 4. And plus, if I don't think about it, I won't have to worry about the hiatus that's going to come after the recap. So there's that. So there is that, right? But yeah, I do have actually a couple comments from people on YouTube. I was about the last 3 episodes that I wanted to point out that I hadn't mentioned before, that I wanted to get to before we started this. The first comment was mainly something in general, but it was somebody calling out that in the OP for this, Armin is saved by Connie, which was a cool callback to in the episode... Oh god, the one right before the Talk in the Trees, the one that's, where the Avengers assemble, Suicide Squad assemble, in that episode where Connie like swings down and saves Armin from his mom. There's that, right? So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that little connection there that you wouldn't normally assume because it's way back in season 1. But there was 2 other people that commented that I wanted to talk about. One was some dude. Some dude made the comment, and I literally about spit my coffee out. But they said that Armin, the whole thing with him in the futon in the hot room in episode 2, could be a tie, and this is really morbid, but could be a tie to the fact that Armin, is put into hot situations like in Hero. So I was like, oh my god, no, it's him burning alive, and he's fine with it. And it's like a call to Hero. I'm like, oh my gosh, no. And then the other thing was Harrison Allen. I about died. I literally about fell out of my chair reading this. But I made a note that in episode 2, Annie and Marco were not in the episode where they were going to find Levi and the Scouts. And Harrison said, oh, well, that's because in season 1, Annie and Marco, they didn't join the Scouts after the ceremony. Remember? They were like, Annie went off to the military police. And Harrison's exact words were, and Marco got a face makeover by a Titan, and I about died. I was like, that's why he wasn't there, because he was dead. But this show, characters don't die in this series, in this Chibi series, so that's why Marco wasn't in the last episode, because it was all about them joining the Survey Corps, and Marco doesn't technically join the Survey Corps because he's dead. I thought that was the most... I try to be upbeat and an optimistic person, but I have a very dark sense of humor. And so I thought that was hilarious. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I thought that was really funny. But good on you. Good on you, Harrison. Good on you, some dude. Those comments were great. I had a lot of fun with those. But yeah, so it's episode 4. And I don't know exactly... We're tying with the events of season 1 and subtly previewing the events of season 2. So there's that. So I'm not exactly sure what all we're going to cover in this episode, but I'm pretty excited regardless, right? I'm pretty excited for what we're going to get. So we shall see, but I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to jump right into this episode and just see what happens. So let's do this, shall we? We're going to start episode 4 of Attack on Titan Junior High here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Okay, so I accidentally skipped the preview, but I went ahead and watched it, and it was just them studying for exams, and Armin helps Sasha study next episode, which sounds interesting, but... It's funny how they try to combat... We have this series filled with gore and bloodshed, and Titans killing people. How do we get around that? Well, they eat people's lunches, and when they attack the walls, they don't really attack them, they just graffiti them. So it's great. But yeah, there's lots of little facial expressions and little tiny things in this episode. Not anything like overarching that was like a connection. Definitely connects mainly to episode 3 of season 1. Definitely see that connection there. I like that Eren throughout all this is like, I just wanted to be in any club that would take me that seemed decent, other than the wall washing club. And so I like that they just say that it's been getting hot. Now, honestly, when I realized that Mikasa was wearing shorts about halfway through the episode, I am definitely one of those people that wears like a hoodie in the summer with shorts. So I can't dog Mikasa for that. But it's just funny that she's wearing the hoodie and the scarf when they say it's scorching outside. And Armin still has the futon wrapped around his head, and it's just like absorbing all of this moisture. Just bleh. So yeah, I'm so glad we get Rico back in this. Here's a question for season 4. Isayama, is Rico still alive? I think she is. Where is she? Is she going to pop back up at the end of this? Will she pop back up by the end of season 4, part 3? I hope so. I miss Rico. Because Rico, she definitely had a role in that first season. And she talked to Eren in the first season and was kind of a motivator for him to like getting gear to help during Trost. So I feel like she would have a tie to Eren. So part of me wants to know if she would show up for season 4, part 3, and maybe she will. I don't want any spoilers, obviously, but maybe she'll show back up. I mean, hell, Samuel and Dawes show back up. Keith showed back up. Why not have Rico? She was like one of the main ones that didn't die, and she hasn't died to my knowledge. So Isayama just hasn't shown her. Maybe he forgot about her. I hope not. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny here, Eren saying, I want to quit, but I have to get strong in order to fight the Titans as soon as possible. Damn it. Like trying to hurry up. The way they draw Eren in this series is hilarious. It's like the animators kind of had a beef against Eren, and they just wanted to draw him in the most ridiculous way possible throughout this entire episode. Throughout this whole series so far, they just made Eren look quite ridiculous. It's pretty funny. But yeah, his just expression and everything. And Armin's just like, And the way they draw Connie with the little fish face, it's super cute. And they're like, well, you can't. You'd have to go to a different club if you quit now. And then Rico establishes there are no human clubs left. They're all the Titan clubs. And we saw a few episodes back why that's a bad idea, because they just didn't work. So the whole going home club that gets talked up here, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's a callback to season 2. That's an Easter egg for season 2, because Connie's the one that says about the going home club, and in season 2 he goes back to Rigako village. He does go home. That's like something that happens very early on, like episode 3 of season 2. So like, wow, the fact that during season 1 they prefaced like that little moment with that little Easter egg saying he wanted to be the going home club. And I was thinking of that. I was thinking of Eren telling Falco in season 4 that he was going to go home after he did this one mission. Like, you can tie it to a lot of different things, but especially Connie saying it, it's like, oh yeah, they were previewing the events of early on in season 2 in this episode. It's great. And so then Jean talks about them not being able to... and then Eren says, is the Going Home Club a shadowy organization like the Scouts? Has implications. But yeah, Jean's like, they won't accept your club form this late anyway. And Armin's like, I don't know. And then that's when Rico shows up with the cleaning bucket. So we keep going back, and more cicadas keep getting onto this totem pole of the Titan heads. And it's funny because you have the Titan head at the top that's the Colossal Titan that looks like it's been graffitied over. Then you have the next one that looks like the Armored Titan, and that looks like Reiner's head with the spiky hair, right? Only it's kind of made up like a Joker mask. And the one below it looks like Mikasa's head, but we get a shot of it at the end, so I'll have to go back through that. Rico Brzezinska. We finally get Rico's last name. I think we probably got Rico's last name in the season, but maybe not. But yeah, so I like that everybody's just casual and Eren's like all tensed up. It's funny that Eren gets that extra expression, but then yeah, the cleaning supplies. What is this? It's the equipment. Use it with great care. He's like, it's just ordinary cleaning equipment. And she's like, Eren, get a hold of yourself. I love Mikasa just being super doting on him. 100 members of the wall cleanup, but I'm the only member left. And so we see Connie with the fishbowl face. Armin has the towel. Jean has the cleaner and looks slightly concerned. Sasha has the windshield wiper. Mikas has the towel, and then Eren has it on top of his head. Like, just, I'll train you rigorously. Be prepared. And Connie has the bucket on his head. I love it. And so you're going to clean all the windows in the school. And I can't read Japanese, so I don't know. I'm assuming their shirts just have their names on it. But I don't know exactly what the windows were saying that they were cleaning. I couldn't read Japanese to know what that was. And then Rico's like, because John complains that it's just, they're basically like they're on cleanup duty. And she's like, well, if you don't like it, join a different club. But it's going to be a Titan club, so what are you going to do about it, right? And I love that throughout this episode, Armin and Jean are constantly next to each other. Like, they're next to each other cleaning the windows. They're next to each other here in line. It's like they're constantly, just like they are in seasons 1 and then subsequently in later seasons, they're next to each other a lot, bantering back and forth. I like that. It's a nice mirror to the actual show. But yeah, I'm not sure what exactly is on the window. Mika says already got hers cleaned. I don't know what Eren, I wish if y'all down in the comments below can translate what their windows say, that would be really cool. Because Eren's window says something, Sasha and Connie say something, but I don't know Japanese to know what it says. So if you guys know what those windows say, leave a comment down below because I have no clue. Oh God, it's funny. And then Sasha's just like, I'm hungry. What is the going home club anyway? And then, yeah, and then Jean and Armin are like, you're going to get scolded if you slack off. Mm-hmm. And so Eren says he envies the others in the other clubs. Like, oh my God. So we see Reiner. Reiner is in the judo club with maybe, I don't think that's Knack, but it's somebody that Reiner's in the judo club with. We see Knack and Mina in the volleyball club with Bertolt, and Bertolt's the tall one, so he's the middle blocker. He jumps up and gets the ball to the face, and it looks like maybe Mike spikes it to him. Maybe. And then Ymir and Astoria are playing the xylophone in band class, being freaking cute, the best OTP ever. And then we get over there, so Melius is there with Hitch and Marlowe. We get Chibi, Hitch, and Marlowe. Yay. And they're sitting there with Annie. Yes, we get Annie sitting there with Hitch and Marlowe, and Marlowe is yelling at Melius about something. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad they're in this. Yes, please. Because they were in season 1, so it wouldn't be a surprise to see them here. It's so freaking adorable. I love it. And then meanwhile, and then it looks like, oh my God, that's Ilse! That's Ilse with her notebook! What? Oh my God, there's Ilse sitting outside the wall, outside the window with her notebook jotting down notes. It's Ilse. Oh my gosh. Oh, I missed that the first time around. Oh my God, what a callback. And listening, oh, that's such an Easter egg. I love it. I love that so much. Okay. And then of course Eren's like, I envy Reiner and the Warriors compared to them. Shut up, show. And then the girls here, they gossip about them. They're cleaning. Of course, the girls gossiping, Jean gets depressed because he's like, I want to be the popular guy. I can't be popular if the girls think that I'm just a loser. Oh, this is stupid. Oh, and then he jumps from the 3rd floor. Thank goodness this is a chibi series where no one dies. I like that. I also like that Armin's like, be careful, Jean. Jean jumps out of a 3-story window, could have died, but because of chibi logic, he does not. And Eren's response is, don't slack off. I love it. I love it. He's like, you just go on cleaning windows the rest of your life, you brat. And then Rico's like, don't slack off first year. Oh my God. And that's when she displays the ODM gear, and we tie to the events of episode 3 of season 1. I love it. Because, of course, Eren's like, I can defeat the Titans with this. Let it be known. Jean has an outie belly button. Let it be known. Mm-hmm. But it's so great. Eren's so excited about the ODM gear. And he's like, with this, I'll be able to bring down the Titans. And Jean's like, with this, I'll be able to become very popular. And I love that both of them are arguing about the ODM gear. It's great. They're both knocking each other out of the way to let them each other use it. Oh my God. And Rico's just like, I'm dealing with a bunch of idiots. It's great. So yeah, they have to train the ODM gear. I also love that, keeping this in mind that these are the actual voice actors, is that Yuki Kaji has his like mouth stretched out like this, and he's having to talk with his mouth stretched out. It's amazing. And then Connie's just there on the ground with his pants down because it's Connie. But yeah, Eren with his face stretched. I love the fact that Yuki Kaji had to record like this. It's great. And he's like, I gotta go clean windows, and then Mikasa just Naruto runs behind him. And she says, if that's how you feel, Eren, I'll work hard too. I forget how like nearly codependent Mikasa seems in season 1 with Eren. It does make me happy with season 4 that Mikasa gains a little bit of independence, you know, not by choice, but it does make me happy she's in a better place in terms of that. But yeah, and then the heavenly light coming through the windows that are clean, and Rico being like, oh my god. Like, it's so great. I loved the operatic music that came up, and the lights blinding. It's so good. It's so great. I love it. And then all of them being like, Rico, we did it. Yes. Oh my god. She's like, you guys. And wipes the tears. And so yeah, normally only second and third years can use the ODM gear, but you guys can handle it. And then she says she's going to train them. Oh my god. And so then of course we have Eren up on against a tree. Of course we do. Yep. And they tries to do it, and we go through the whole thing with the ODM gear needing to be corrected. And then John up there. I love that we have our EMA trio down here trying to figure everything out. And then we have up on the wall, we have our chaos trio of Jean, Connie, and Sasha. And the Warriors are in different clubs, so they're not here for this episode, right? And then it's such a callback to season 2 to Scream. I feel like this whole thing where he's on the ground on his hands and knees saying there's no way I can wipe them out like this, I'm useless. That's a callback to Scream in season 2, like the finale. So that's crazy that this show is previewing that now through Attack on Titan Junior High. Like, what? And then Mikasa says the thing that she said in season 1 about forgetting the Titans altogether. You should give up on having anything to do with the Titans. And he's like, I saw what happened that day. And it's like, you think I could just give up after it ate my cheeseburger? No. And she's like, it doesn't matter how determined you are, because you don't get to decide if you can stay in the wall cleanup club. Oh. Interesting. And so then, yeah, Rico figures out that it's broken. Mikasa's like, isn't it broken? And that's when Hannes shows up as our drunk, just taking the gear away and saying that he can wash the windows, wash the walls without him. And of course, it's the broken gear, so he only makes it part way, right? And he blames it on the fact that he's drunk. And poor Hannes landing on Jean. Jean gets no breaks in this episode. He really doesn't. I love just the shot of him on top of Jean's just passed out. It's great. But I love that he mirrors the point in episode 2 with Eren, where he's like, you couldn't handle the gear because you lacked the strength. And he just acknowledged that he had faulty gear. He's like, I started practicing just earlier, so, you know. He's like, I crashed into the wall because I'm drunk. Instead of because I'm weak from season 1, it's because I'm drunk. Oh my god. And Eren's like, oh my god, you reek of alcohol. And then Rico's like, damn it, the gear's broken. That's why it didn't work. Oh my god. So I think we get more of this totem pole. And when Rico says she's going to fix the gear and dismisses all of them. Yeah, so, okay. So, the gear there, you had the Colossal Titan. You had Reiner. It looks like it's either Mikasa or Annie. And then maybe... It's Eren's. Okay. And then we saw... Oh, I wish I could know what those other Titans are. So there was 5 altogether, right? So there's the Colossal Titan. There's the Armor Titan. There's the female Titan, that's Annie. And there's Eren's. It's got the pointy ears, so it's Eren. It's the Attack Titan. Okay. And then the bottom one, I'm trying to think what the bottom one is. That's interesting. I wish I could figure out what that bottom one is. The one that's right below Eren. It kind of looks like Eren too. Interesting. I don't know which one that's supposed to be. It's a preview of the Founder Titan. And then Eren gets along with it and it goes great. I love it. He's like, I don't know why, but I can suddenly do it. And they're like, we're happy for you, Eren. You did it. And then he says, Rico, I can stay in the wall cleanup club, right? She's like, train hard. You passed. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, he's like, what did you think of that, Mikasa? I can do it. I can fight the Titans. And he says, I don't need you to pamper me anymore. It's been so long since I've seen that episode. But yeah, just that they're on totally different wavelengths. Eren and Mikasa are. Eren's like, look, I can be independent. I can save myself. I don't need you to protect me anymore and pamper me. I can do it on my own. But Mikasa takes it as, now I can work with you. Now I can work alongside you. And it's funny because what Mikasa thought Eren was thinking and what Eren was actually thinking were not the same thing. And we definitely see that in later seasons become its own issue, right? So that's interesting. Very interesting. And then Sasha hears, and the way that they phrase this when Sasha's like, she didn't say, she could have just said, oh, I hear a Titan coming, or I hear the footsteps of a Titan. But you know what she says? No, she says, I can hear a footstep like rumbling on the ground. Are you joking? Why, show? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And then they're like, move away from the wall, and then in come the two Titans. With the graffiti. I love the one Titan with the paintbrush running and just sits there and slaps on the paint. It's absolutely wonderful. And then there's it's the primary color, so it's red, blue, and yellow. Mm-hmm. Wow. And it's the X that's on the season 2 thing by Ymir. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. This is why the club was founded. This graffiti. So here's the thing. Someone had to remove it. So here is the thing with all of this. There were some students who couldn't put up with it and started cleaning the wall voluntarily. So she names off all these names. I'm like, I don't remember these people. Alyosha, Dominic, Fine, Isabel, Ludwig, Martina, Guido, and Hans. I don't remember these characters. So are they just ones that were made up for this episode? Or they were the founders of the Wall Cleanup Club? Or is this like foreshadowing something that we've not even seen in the series yet? Is it foreshadowing something from like season 4, part 3 we've not even touched base on? Don't spoil me, but I mean, it's funny that she just mentions these random names. And I don't remember any of those characters, unless they were like the names of characters that died in like Ilse's notebook or died in season 1, that I don't remember them. I've got my list of the dead. I'm actually going to go back to, while I'm here, season 1. And say Moses, Carla, Thomas, Mina, Franz, Milius, and Knack. I should have looked that up. Tom, Ian, Mitabi, Marco, Dieterness. God, I forgot about him. There's an Isabel that died in No Regrets, right? But I don't have any of the other ones. Interesting. Wow. No, I don't have any of them. So, Interesting. Interesting indeed. And then Eren, of course, takes the broomstick to go after the Titans, but he has no clue how to use the ODM gear. And ends up getting splattered with the red paint, of course, and getting put into the wall like graffiti. And all Armin can say is, practice sure is important, right? What a stupid bum. I have to train him from the start. I like that the graffiti they write was soft-boiled egg. Why not? I'm going to defeat you next time for sure. Oh my God. Wow. So yeah. Oh, and I like that our little, our chalk drawing keeps growing a little bit bigger, right? Because it starts out with Eren and the ED. It starts out with Eren and then Armin and Mikasa. And then he's surrounded by Sasha and Jean and Connie too. Aw. That's really sweet. Yeah, this episode was really cute. I love the callback to season 1, part 3, episode 3. I love the callback to that. I love seeing Rico again. I'm glad Rico's in this so much because after season 1, Rico kind of falls off the face of the earth. I love that Marlo and Hitch are in this. I'm ready to see more. I want to see Hitch and Annie moments. I want to see Hitch and Annie, please. We didn't really get much out of the Warriors and Ymir and Historia because they were off in the other clubs doing activities. But if next episode is about studying for exams, then we'll all be back, everybody together. And of course, Marco's not in this episode because he's dead. He's not dead. He's just off somewhere else. I can't believe we got Ilse in this. The little cameo by Ilse from Ilse's Notebook. That's impressive. That makes me wonder if we'll get like a cameo of Farland and Isabel from No Regrets with Levi. I wonder. But that was really, really cute. I liked that a lot. So yeah, I thought this was a really cute episode. It was adorable. And then seeing Eren be so gung-ho. It's neat to see Eren back in his season 1 attitude. It's such a relief. It's such like a callback. I actually like Eren more. It's so weird because back in season 1, I was like, man, sometimes Eren can just be a little annoying. Now I'm like, I miss this Eren. I miss Eren's like optimism and excitement and enthusiasm. I miss it. Isayama definitely makes you not realize what a great thing you had until it's gone. He's like, oh, you thought that was annoying? Oh, well, then we'll just totally change it. It's like, no, bring Eren back. But I'm very curious to know your thoughts down below. If you know who those people are that Rico mentioned, I don't remember them, but maybe they're from something in the manga. Maybe if they're from stuff we've not touched base on yet, don't spoil me. But it'd be really weird if we had a callback to season 4 this early on, but maybe we do. So I don't know, but I'm curious to know your thoughts down below. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction and discussion. But in the meantime, I also hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'll be back next week with more Attack on Titan Junior High. Bye.